Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a tips video about going to the Golden Skybridge. So let's jump into my 6 tips for going to the Golden Skybridge in Golden, British Columbia. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining and watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy travel content or financial and lifestyle content. If you're excited for the video, give it a thumbs up and let's go ahead and jump into the tips. My first tip, which is one that I recommend with pretty much any kind of travel, is to book ahead. If you book your Golden Skybridge passes, it's 10% cheaper online, and you also get to skip the line, where people are just waiting to buy their tickets, entry tickets, admission, and go right to the very front. You can also fill out your waiver online prior to getting there. This will make your experience a lot better because you don't have to wait in line, fill out that waiver, or do anything like that. You could just skip ahead, go right through the gates, and you're good to go. This is really beneficial if you're going on a weekend day, especially during the summer. Getting into the Golden Skybridge Park is also 20% cheaper if you go after 5 p.m. This is also known as golden hour. This is great for any kind of photographers out there, or if you want to go in the summer but you want to go when it's not super hot out. If you go later in the day, it's a better chance that you might get some shade and be out of the sun when you're walking around doing activities. If you're planning like a week-long trip out to BC or in Alberta or in between, I do recommend going during the week. There's a lot less lineups and crowds. This goes for pretty much everything during the summer, but for the Golden Skybridge, with it being a newer attraction in the area, I definitely recommend, if you can, to go during the week. The Golden Skybridge Park is open from June 25th to October 10th, and the hours are 10 to 8 p.m. during the highest season in the summer. In the fall, it's only open until 6 p.m. during weekdays. My second tip is to give yourself lots of time. When I was there earlier this summer, I spent 3 hours there, and honestly, I felt like I could probably spend another hour or two. There were a few attractions that just took a little bit of time to wait in line and get all suited up, like the zip line, which was a ton of fun. I think I would have done it a second time if the lineup didn't take so long. And there was also this like adventure park where you could go up, take zip lines to like different platforms. You were like above the trees and stuff like that, above the pathway. And I didn't end up doing that because I didn't have enough time. So give yourself plenty of time. I know a lot of the Google reviews say that like 2 to 3 hours is good, but if you want to do something more than once and you really want to not feel rushed, I do recommend that you give this like at least a half day, more to a full day, especially if you're like staying the night in Golden. Definitely worth getting a good amount of time in. And if you want to take like photos or videos or doing any kind of documentation of your experience there, 3 hours I think is not really enough time to get it all done. There was also like a kids play area and a axe throwing thing that I didn't get to do. We just didn't have enough time. We wanted to do a few other things in the Golden area, including White Tooth Brewing, which if you're going to the Golden Skybridge, I do recommend you check out White Tooth. They have amazing beers, a really nice patio, and it's quite close to the Golden Skybridge Park. Tip number 3 is to get the Adventure Pass. The cost for this currently is $69 and general admission is $39. The Adventure Pass gets you access to the zip line as well as the obstacle course, and then there's 2 new attractions coming, which is the Canyon Swing and the Mountain Coaster. I'll chat about that in a future tip, but I definitely recommend getting the Adventure Pass so that you don't limit yourself on all the things that you want to do and try. It's really not that much more expensive than getting the general admission. It's also worth noting that there is a weight limit for this, and it's 250 pounds if you want to go on the zip lines or the obstacle course, and I would imagine that the newer attractions probably have the same weight limit as well. So just something to note so that you don't buy these online if you're not sure if you're, within the weight that you can actually enjoy those things. If you get the Golden Hour Pass, the Golden Hour Adventure Pass, it is $55, so a little bit of savings if you want to go after 5 o'clock. Again, this is a really good time to go if you're a photographer or you want to take some cool video. Just really beautiful lighting, and it might be cooler if it's on one of those really hot summer days. The Golden Hour Admission Pass for the Adventure Pass is only available in the summer during weekdays or any weekends in the fall following September 6th. Tip number 4 is to be prepared. I recommend dressing in comfortable workout wear. You're going to be doing quite a bit of walking. If you're going to be doing the obstacle course or the zip line, you're going to want to be comfortable, able to move around, just be able to be in like a harness and stuff and not be too uncomfortable. If you're wearing like shorter jean shorts or something like that, it might not be the best outfit for the Golden Skybridge Park. Depending on what activities you plan on doing when you're in the park, if you're just gonna be like walking along the bridge and back, then you can definitely wear whatever you want. Of course, bring water. This is kind of a no-brainer, but there was a bit more walking around than I was expecting. So bringing a water bottle is definitely key. Make sure that you have a good amount of water with you so that you can go and just walk around and enjoy it. The summers can be really hot in BC, so you definitely want to be prepared with sunscreen and bug spray as well. Sometimes the bugs can be bad in that area, but it's good to just be prepared, have it with you in case you do need it. It definitely is hot and wide open when you're on the bridge. You're right exposed to the sun. So bring your sunscreen, bring a hat, bring maybe a jacket for if you're going later in the day. It might cool off pretty quick once the sun goes down. My 5th tip is to wait until the new attractions open. So I mentioned this earlier, the mountain coaster and the canyon swing are supposed to open, I believe, in fall 2022, potentially spring 2023. I haven't checked their website to see exactly when those dates are right now, but I would wait until both of those attractions open because they look really, really fun, especially the canyon swing. I'm sure the mountain coaster is going to be an absolute blast as well. We weren't really able to see it too well. You could kind of see it like in the background through the trees, but I think those would be so amazing to check out once they're open, and I do plan on going back once they are open because I really enjoyed my first visit to the Golden Skybridge Park, so I definitely want to return, go down those new attractions at golden hour and get some really awesome footage. Tip number 6 is, well, have fun. Make sure you bring all your camera gear, bring selfie sticks. It's really fun if it's not too busy when you're going across the bridge. You can take a quick stop and take some really fun photos. It's really cool to be out on the bridge and with the wind blowing and everything. It's such a cool experience. It's definitely something you want to get on camera, get videos of it. You can go over the bridges just one way. So the large bridge, you go down one way and then that brings you into the area where the zip line and the obstacle courses are. And then on your way back, you actually do kind of like a loop like this, and then you come back over a smaller bridge. So you could really just do like loops like this and just keep going on those bridges. It is like a bit of a walk, which is why I recommend bringing like water and sunscreen and hats and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to get some really cool photos, you could do a couple of loops and see if you can get to a point where there's like nobody around, so you don't have to be like stopping in the middle of the bridge and blocking people from behind you going past. I was really impressed with how much I enjoyed being there. There were a lot of activities to do. I think we got some really amazing footage and photos, and it was well worth the price. I would definitely go back and check this place out, spend a bit more time, maybe even bring like a little lunch or something like that. I don't know if you're allowed to bring food, but if you are, it would be a great spot to just go ahead and spend the day. There are picnic tables and everything set up, so you can definitely enjoy a little meal there. So I hope this video helps you plan your trip out to Golden, British Columbia and checking out the Golden Skybridge. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.